Okay, so I'll start with the session now. Right. So, पहली बात, how many of you have started with the assignment? Please raise your hands. Only one person has started. The assignment is pretty easy and एक बार बस समझने का है कि कैसे करना है, और जावास्क्रिप्ट वगैरह ऑलरेडी देख चुके हो तुम लोग सब रिएक्ट के ट्यूटोरियल्स वगैरह में। बट कोई नहीं, मतलब हम लोग we'll extend the deadline by 2 days and we expect to get the final results by Thursday end of day. All right. So I'll start sharing my screen once. Everybody can see my screen. Well done. So firstly, let's talk a bit about Firebase. So I have given a stepwise plan for checking out what is Firebase and how to proceed with the project. I'll just go through this 2 minute video.
Firebase, a suite of tools.
Right. So simply, Firebase is basically a framework developed by Google. What it helps us with is it provides us with the cloud services of Google. So basically, अपने को जैसे कोई भी अपना एक डेटाबेस है या फिर कोई भी डेटा मुझे स्टोर करना है, बैकएंड का पर्पस होता है कि जो भी मेरा डेटाबेस, जो भी मेरा डेटा है, मुझे वो कहीं किसी जगह पे स्टोर करके रखना है और वहां से उस डेटा को बार बार फेच करने का एक मैकेनिज्म चाहिए. सो दिस एड्स अस विद दैट. व्हाट Firebase does is it uses the Google's cloud servers and it provides us with a lot of facilities that are pre-built inside Firebase. So first thing is it provides us with his cloud Firestore. Now Firestore is a very good database management system developed by Google for Firebase. I'll show you once what Firestore is. Right. So this is a sample project that I made for a mobile app, but it it is pretty similar for web apps as well. So what we do is, suppose I am trying to create a new database. चलो हम बना ही लेता हूँ. Yeah. So what I've done in this is I have created and allocated some space in the cloud servers of Google to take my data and store it somewhere safely for a limited amount inside their cloud storage. Now, अभी ये अपना Firebase का फ्री वर्जन है, तो इसमें कुछ लिमिटेड अमाउंट ऑफ क्लाउड स्टोरेज मिलता है, जिससे मैंने अब एक कनेक्शन बनाया. मैंने कुछ भी आईडी रख दी 123. And suppose I write name in this value. Okay. So I have created one database which has this ID and which has a field name with the name of with the name of name and with its value Sogat. So I can create a lot of things and store inside the database easily with Firebase. One other functionality is I can use authentication very easily just by giving all the facilities of Firebase inside my own project. Like the one that I gave you for the task is this thing, right? So what they have done is now Firebase अपना एक हम लोग को एक यूनिक आईडी देता है टू एक्सेस इट्स फीचर्स. सो व्हाट वी हैव इज we have a unique app ID for every web app that we create or any mobile app even that we create for our purpose, and we can use that specific set of credentials and use that inside our project to say that Firebase, once I've installed Firebase as a library inside my project, I can just uh, copy paste the config files inside here, and I can use the API of that Firebase server freely. Now Firebase provides us with these facilities like get auth facility. Now Firebase authentication, what it provides us with is this sort of a thing. Now Firebase में कुछ ऐसे स्पेशल फंक्शंस हैं जो मैं डायरेक्टली यहाँ पे आगे जाके मान लो कॉल करता हूँ, जैसे this guy might have done that. So basically what this guy has done is he has used the function create user with email and password. This is a facility provided by Firebase Authentication, which you can see over here. Import create user with email and password from Firebase Auth. So what it does is, have you ever tried out this sort of a thing? This is a try catch block. So what a try catch block does is simply you uh, try to execute a function. It tries to execute await create user with email and password. If it doesn't execute, like we go through some sort of an error. Suppose you give an invalid email ID with all sorts of symbols, so that is invalid. So what catch should does is it should catch that error and console log it, right? So and this is a basic explanation of what a try catch block does is it's very useful when you start writing production codes for industries and companies and all, right? So what I was talking about is we have this special function create user with email and password. I give my auth variable to it. Now auth variable, I think it must have already assigned to second. Yeah. Auth variable, it has assigned to the service get auth that has been provided by app. App is what? App is an application that was initialized along with Firebase configuration that I have provided for this particular project. So if you now try to connect things, you can see that this auth, this email, and this password now has been used to send any sort of an information. Now, whenever I assign something to the sign-in variable, it will execute this create user with email and password function, and we get to see an entry of this sort. All right, this is an email, and the I have used a normal email ID for this, so this is the provider is just an email provider, SMTP. All right. So this much is clear. Is everyone okay with this much? Please raise your hands. Now, further, what what Firebase provides us with is these many things. Now we can also have a real-time database. A real-time database is used for things like when you start to make an app which uses chat feature in it. You are trying to make a clone of WhatsApp. So you can simply use Firebase for that. So what Firebase will do is it will constantly take in the info that you write. It has to present it in some way or the other to the user, right? When I'm writing somewhere over here, like hello. So it is displaying that to me. So I need some sort of a temporary database for this as well. And some sort of a temporary database for taking in my downloads that I do from WhatsApp all the time. So we can use a real-time database for that. And one of the best things that Firebase provides us with is this hosting facility. Now, there you can find a lot of you can find Amazon AWS and a lot many hosting platforms, but most of them are paid. What Firebase gives is a free facility to host something with a certain amount of users. Like it cannot handle a lot of traffic. It cannot be used for companies without paying for it. But if you have a small scale app, then you can definitely use Firebase for its hosting. And you can what hosting does is basically whenever you must have created your second assignment and you must have created a React app in that. So what you were facing would have been a local host server. You create a live server which is just local to your IP address. Now I want that someone else from another place should be able to access my website. Now, if he writes that IP address, he won't be able to access it because he's not connected in a network with me. So what we do is we try to host that website globally or to some extent locally so that it can be accessed through a network. So Firebase, what it does is it hosts that website onto the onto the global internet, and now anyone can access that website just using those credentials which I the website ID which I'll provide, and then anyone can access that application. So this is a great use of Firebase. And see, our main focus now would be on majorly uh, going through that project showcase portal, which all of you might have seen. This is the project showcase website, right? Currently, this you can see has a lot of bugs and many things that can be improved in this. Like there is no search feature here. There is no filtering of any sort, or there is the UI is also not up to the mark as of now. So you guys are are the ones who will have to improve this website. So in the next week, what you guys will do is I will give you the repository for this application, and you guys will fork it, and I will ask you to implement some of the features, and you will have to give me your version of it, and whichever one is the best, that will be displayed on the official GDSC project showcase portal. All right. So I think that should give you some motivation, because this you could even be able to showcase freely to anyone outside of the campus as well, because this is a hosted website. Yeah. Also, I will show you one more cool thing that I did. I was also a senior executive in Tech Kriti for I built the Tikriti app last year as well. So what we did was we we tried to do messaging using Firebase. So if you might remember, these were some of the messages that were sent just by the use of Firebase. Like you can easily send to hundreds of people just by creating a new campaign, notifications. I write some notification title. I give some text. I can even give a notification image. This is not a part of what we are trying to do. This is just to show you what a good thing Firebase can be. Fine. Now I'll let Hemant take over and he'll tell you what we have to do in the assignment this time. Hemant.
Yes, yes. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay, so many of you have problem in the assignment. What you have to do in the assignment is you have to make a web page to use Firebase authentication. As Sogat has displayed his app, you have to make an web page where you will use Firebase for authentication. All of you understand authentication, what it means? Just raise your hand. Okay, so what authentication means is basically signing in or sign up in the web page or any web app. So you have to make a web page with which will use Firebase authentication. And here is the link for sample UI or UI for the web app for Firebase authentication. So this will be the link for some designs. You can look into it. There are many designs they have given, and you can look into their code as well. Let me show you one of the codes. Okay. Yeah, yes. This is the login page, similar login page which ChatGPT use. You can open the web page. Web app. So here is a preview. Here will be the preview of the web page, and here you can see the codes used in the web page. So so that you can understand how can you make your own web app. I think there you can see many similar web pages, and you can see all their code as well. If you want to make any changes or try something new on this web page, you can just go to their GitHub link and you can poke their GitHub repo and you can do your own thing. But we will recommend you that you should make your own web app and you can design on with your creativity. I think that will benefit you more than directly copying their template. So first thing is that you have to make the web app for Firebase authentication. Is it clear? Please give a thumbs up or any reaction. So and then the second part of the assignment is you have to make an web page in the same website. The second web page will do what it will do, I can show you in video as well. One second. So, so what he is doing, he is making a web page in which you can add request for book, like you can add book title, you can add book author, then it will add on a list. This will, this list will store in database, Firebase database. So what you can do is, he is making it of for a library. You can use like we want to you can do in the assignment, like you can create a form like requesting a course similar to this library web app the YouTuber is saying about. Like you have uh, seen
अरे
Pingala.
सिंपली व्हाट यू सी इन पिंगाला, जो एक कोर्स नंबर देते हैं, फिर उसका एक 150 कैरेक्टर का वो लिखते हैं, वही एग्जैक्टली कर देना और उसको एक डेटाबेस पे भेज देना. That is basically what you have to do, and you have to make up two pages. First will be the authentication login page, which was showed in the designs, in that link with some designs in React. And the second page would be what Heyman just showed right now.
A page similar to this, like you have seen on Pingala as well as Soga said. You can use your own creativity. We will appreciate it, and you can make a similar web page. And this would be the assignment. Okay, so and note that this will, like the book title, book author status, this will go in Firebase database. Okay, uh, give a thumbs up if you got it. Is there any problem in assignment? Understanding the assignment? Anyone can unmute himself so we can get. So I am hoping that everyone has got the assignment, what you have to do in the assignment, right? Is there any problem you can ask? So what? So anything you want to add? So what?
No, no, nothing from my side.
Okay, so we can end the. Okay, yeah. Okay, so who have doubts, you can. Who don't have doubts, you can leave the meeting, or who has doubt, you can ask.
Do any of you have any doubts? किसी ने प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट किया हो करना? या इन जनरली कुछ पूछना हो या फिर कुछ भी बात करनी हो? अच्छा, ओके। आदित्य सिंह, ज्ञान इंस्टॉलेशन नहीं हो रहा है। इसके कोई दूसरे ऑल्टरनेटिव्स होंगे? एनपीएम होगा ना? एनपीएम, यूज एनपीएम। You might have to install something for that, but I prefer using Node Package Manager majorly.
किसी को ये भी डाउट था कि होस्टिंग कैसे करते हैं, तो वो भी क्लियर कर दिया है। फायरबेस होस्टिंग के लिए भी वीडियो बता दिया उसमें है।
हाँ, होस्टिंग तो उस वीडियो में ही है, तो वो वीडियो ही देख लेना, हो जाएगा। एनीथिंग एल्स? कुछ और पूछना है किसी को? किसी का CS253 का प्रोजेक्ट है क्या? अच्छा, तुम लोग का आइडिया क्या है?
बाद में बता सकता हूँ क्या?
हाँ हाँ, बाद में बताएंगे।